Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dream Oracle for you. I hope everyone had a great long weekend. If you're here in Canada, happy belated Canada Day. For today's episode, I'm rather excited because we are going to have our first official dream interpretation episode. On the weekend, I met with a couple of friends, and one of them told me about her dreams, and so I have some dream interpretations for you. Today's episode, we're going to talk about 3 different dreams, 2 that belong to my friend and 1 that belongs to myself. The first dream talks about releasing negative energy or negative emotions through dreams. The second one is about not wasting energy on things that you can't control. And the third one is how to recognize and take control of situations. So, dream number 1. In this dream, and I think this is a recurring dream for my friends, so if you want to learn about recurring dreams, check out episode 3. In this dream, or this series of dreams, my friend often is stealing cars or robbing a bank, just doing things that you wouldn't normally do in waking life. And I don't have a lot of details for this dream, I just have the general gist of what the dreams are about. And when I thought about this type of dream, what came to me has to deal with frustrations in waking life. And, often we pick up negative energies. Frustration is a negative energy. And we have this need to release that, to ground ourselves. And there's multiple ways in which you can release negative energy, but if you haven't released it in your waking life, then your mind and body will do that in your sleeping life. And I'm sure that your guides are helping you through that as well. Simply one great way to release negative energy is to simply ground yourself. And you can do this by walking barefoot on the ground. It's something I do very often and I highly recommend. But in this case, the negative energy was released through a dream. So my interpretation of my friend's dream and where she's stealing cars and robbing banks is that she's dealing with frustrations in her everyday life, in her waking life. And her dream was a way, stealing cars or robbing banks, doing these things that you wouldn't normally do, was a way for her to let that energy from frustrations be released through a dream by doing things that she wouldn't normally do. It's almost like your rebel side emerges in response to your waking life. So I guess one way to overcome and not have these sorts of frustrating dreams or these dreams where you're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing or you wouldn't normally do in waking life is to recognize that and then focus on releasing that energy in your waking life. And this is why I think dreams are so important. And, the messages can be different per person. What one symbol is for someone doesn't necessarily mean it'll be for somebody else. But I do think that there's power in, keeping track of our dreams, recognizing themes, recognizing what the messages might be, because it can help us better deal with situations in our waking life. And maybe it's something you don't even realize that you need help with until you start analyzing your dreams. And so in this case, my friend definitely has some frustrations that she's dealing with in waking life. And so this dream was a good reminder to just, take a step back and, once you recognize what the problem is, you can better deal with it. If you don't realize what the situation is, then you're kind of helpless and you don't know what to do. So hopefully this message was well received, and there can be things can be done to better handle these situations. The second dream, in this one, she was at a restaurant and Sorry, I should have got a drink of water to go with this episode. She was at a restaurant and she wanted to pay a bill. But no matter what, everything else was happening in the dream but paying the bill. It would take hours and she couldn't pay this bill that she really wanted to pay so she could move on with her day. Such an interesting dream to want to pay a bill and just not being able to. And when she told me about this dream and I started to reflect on it, what came to my mind was the desire to control all aspects of your life. And it's just, sometimes there's some things that are just completely beyond our control. And no matter what we do, we can't control it. And so this dream was a reminder to just let go of what you can't control and don't waste your energy on the things that you cannot control. So this dream encourages you to put your focus on what you can control and not to waste energy on what you cannot control. And this dream, sorry for the little bit of break, I was reading my notes there. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, but that's okay. I hope you guys enjoy it. With this last dream by my friend about releasing things that you can't control and not wasting your energy there, it kind of reminded me of my own dream that I had a while ago. And I would say that this dream is kind of the opposite of that, where, if there's something you can't control, then you just let it be and move on. But in this particular dream, I think it was kind of the opposite, where it was to recognize something that you can control and then do something about it. And that's where your energy should go. So in this particular dream, for whatever reason, I was getting my hair cut. And I was just sitting in my chair, with the bib on, the cape, whatever you call it, the for cutting your hair. And, my hair was only half cut. And I was just sitting there for hours. And no matter what, the person who was cutting my hair just wasn't going any further. They were like, I can't remember the exact details of the dream, but I remember that they were doing everything but cutting my hair, which was causing me quite a lot of frustration in the dream. And I just wanted to get my hair cut so I could move on with my day. And then finally, a different hairstylist came by. And I spoke to them and I was like, this other hairstylist is not doing their job. I'm getting very frustrated. I've been waiting for hours. I really need to have my hair cut. Please, can you cut my hair? You have 10 minutes to do it or else I'm leaving. And of course, I got my hair cut in the dream, finally, after hours of waiting. And it wasn't until my friend told me about her dream and her frustrations and wanting to pay a bill and not being able to pay it. It wasn't until she told me that dream that I actually really understood my own dream about waiting to have my hair cut, I guess. And as I said, I think that my dream is kind of the opposite. And it's that I didn't have control of the situation. But then when the opportunity came, I was able to put my focus on changing the situation. So initially I wasted some energy in just waiting around because there was nothing I could do to change the situation. But sometimes you just need to take control of your own life, and you can't expect others to change your life for you. So today's episode's just a quick short one, just some dream interpretations to just to give you some of my thoughts on these ideas and symbols. And so I'll just have a quick recap. The first dream was about releasing negative emotions through dreams, and I kind of touched on very quickly on a way that you can release that energy in waking life so it doesn't pop up in your dreams. And the second one is to not... There's a little blue jay calling out there. The second dream focuses on not wasting energy on the things that you can't control. And the final dream was to recognize situations where you can gain control and you can do something about it. I hope there were little lessons in today's episode for you. I hope you enjoyed this very short episode. We do have another episode coming up in the near future. And one of the ideas that will be talked about in that episode is going to be about anxiety and how anxiety in our waking life, even if it's kind of subconsciously that we're having anxious feelings and thoughts, these emotions will come through in dreams, and those dreams can be quite intense, they can be stressful, and so that will come up in the next episode. I hope you all enjoyed listening to Dream Oracle for you. If you would like to have your dreams interpreted, or if you'd like to just tell me about your dreams privately, or just start a conversation, please leave a comment to this message. Of course, like and subscribe, or you can email me at dreamoracleforyou@gmail.com. That is the number 4 and the letter U. I hope you all have a wonderful day filled with love and happiness. And as always, keep on dreaming.